I just love it. I just love it when the IWC gets pissed off, because guess what? I get pissed off sometimes too, and in this particular case, I'm not that pissed off. I'm not. Because we all know that WWE has been building up to Bloodline versus Bloodline, and they've been building up this entire story for what? Over 4 years now at this point. And you've got fans out there being pissed off, crying, bitching, moaning about the fact that main event Jey Uso was Intercontinental Champion for just 3 weeks. Talking about how Jey Uso deserved better. Talking about how WWE doesn't know what they're doing. Talking about how, well, they shouldn't have put the title on Jey Uso in the first place. They should have just kept it on Braun Breaker. That's, number one, an idiotic reasons to mention that something shouldn't have happened because of what transpired after. Because at that point, why are you eating today if you're going to eat tomorrow? Why are you eating today if you ate yesterday? If you want to go that far. Basically, what I'm saying is, they're putting long-term storytelling first. And yes, you might think that the Intercontinental Championship's prestige might have gone down because somebody had a 3-week title reign. Can't debate you on that. They have to rebuild it back up. That's why you put the title back on Braun Breaker. That's why you build up new challengers to face off against Braun Breaker in the next few weeks, next few months. But the end-all, be-all, every single championship, every single storyline thread put on sports entertainment and pro wrestling, AEW, WWE, TNA, everything that you do is for a purpose. And I'm sorry, but if it were up to the IWC, most of the IWC fans would agree that every single superstar that becomes champion should have a long championship reign with a lot of defenses, and then drop it off to the next one who will also have a long title reign, and will continue that trend to protect the championship's prestige. And guess what? That would be boring. On top of that, if it were up to the IWC, everyone would get a shot. Everyone would get a title reign. Everyone would be champion. And guess what? If everyone's a champion, if everyone makes it to the pinnacle, then there is no pinnacle because they're all on the exact same level. You create hierarchies. That's how you sell. That's how you create a business. And that's why WWE works. Now, the main question at hand. It's Friday. Smackdown. Is it time to bring the OG Bloodline back together? Which, again, it's going to be the main story going into tonight's show. Because Jey Uso has been appearing on SmackDown in the past few weeks. Jey Uso has gone over to Monday Night Raw and tried to, for lack of a better term, reason or convince his twin brother to rejoin Reigns and Jimmy in this fight against Solo and his bloodline. Unsuccessfully, by the way. Should they put them back together? But at the end of the day, we are going to get the OG Bloodline back together. It's just a matter of how do we get there. We've been through this. We lived through this on the road to WrestleMania 39. How do we get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn back together so that they become a tag team and they challenge the Usos for the tag team titles at WrestleMania? The exact same thing happens here. How do we get the Usos back together? How do we get Jey Uso and Roman Reigns to, put their past behind them and work together against this brand new threat? And we saw that at Monday Night Raw. We saw Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa cost Jey Uso the Intercontinental Championship. That's the first step. Now tonight, what I'm expecting on SmackDown is for main event Jey Uso to come out try to fight the Bloodline, the Bloodline 2.0 on his own, of course. He's going to fail. Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso make the save, and Jey Uso doesn't acknowledge them. He doesn't join forces with them. And this is at the start of the show. And sometime at the end of the show, or on Monday Night Raw, or next week on Smackdown, we finally get them back together. We finally get Jimmy, Jey, and Reigns to put their past behind them. We got him. Hell, Sami Zayn could even play a role. Sami Zayn could even come back into the OG Bloodline and be the peacemaker between Reigns and Jey Uso. It's going to go down regardless. Survivor Series War Games is coming. It just is what it is. And we have to enjoy what we're about to see. Tonight, like I said, Jey Uso goes out there, does his absolute best, threatens the Bloodline 2.0, and he has to make a decision. Which team is he joining? The OG Bloodline, the devil that he knows, or the devil that he doesn't know that cost him the IC title. As simple as that. As simple as that. This is a bigger story. 4+ years. You can't just throw it away just to make Jey Uso a long, reigning, defending, undisputed Intercontinental Champion. By the way, I'm still expecting the Wise Man to come back very, very soon. And that's going to be also a very interesting ordeal for Jey Uso. Because Jey Uso left the Bloodline initially, or threatened to leave the Bloodline initially, because he did not want the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, involved. So we just have to wait for that to happen. But for right now, on SmackDown, I don't expect Jey Uso to make a decision tonight. Probably Monday. Probably next week. We have to keep teasing it. I know fans are going to be, well, we already know they're going to get back together. We knew that when Zayn and Owens were on the road to WrestleMania 39. Didn't stop us from getting one of the biggest pops when they did finally get back together. So again, those are just my thoughts. You might not agree with me on that fact, but hey, that's pro wrestling. It's sports entertainment. It's entertainment. We gotta enjoy what they put on the screen, regardless if we agree with it or not. And I do that in WWE, and I do that a lot when it comes to AEW. So with that said, what are your thoughts? Do you think Jey Uso joins the OG Bloodline tonight, or do you think they're going to stretch it out one more week? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. My name is Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.